Today I wanted to record a 1 minute, 10 minute, 60 minute character design challenge. I did this almost a year ago, I think. This is that video if you want to check it out. It was fun and I wanted to do it again to see if I've gotten any faster, because I feel like I've made these videos in this way for about a year now, and I thought it would be kind of cool to like revisit, specifically with the 1 minute and 10 minute. I feel like the 1 minute might still be a disaster. I mean, it's in 1 minute and I'm not really great at gesture drawing, plus I don't really have a reference, so it'll be interesting. And anyway, yeah, so that's what we're doing today. Let's start doing it. Alright, so we're going to start with the 1 minute and see how that goes. And let me record my phone screen. There we are, and go. Okay, so a water themed magical girl in 1 minute. So let's try that and start. We're gonna have a big skirt, and I drew too big. I'm wasting time. And I think some like ballerina shoes and like a magical girl, but like staff thing, but like with water on it. And a hairstyle should be like really watery and like a watery hemline and blue and blue hair as well, like dark blue. Okay, there's our water themed magical girl. So recording the screen again, and a meadow sorcerer. Okay, so we'll group that and hide it. And I'm gonna zoom in this time so I don't take up so much space. Get my black pin back, and 10 minutes. Okay, what was it again? Oh, a meadow sorcerer. Okay, I think, yeah, okay. So, I don't know what I'm doing with these legs. And I feel like sorcerer also is a staff. So we've got the magical girl staff and now the meadow sorcerer staff. And I want to put her in, oh, I know. I'm going to put her in a dress that drapes down like this. And then this looks like a meadow and it's got like flowers, except for straight up, and plants growing on it. And then, let's see, maybe some puff sleeves. Let's see, what should we do with her hair that feels meadowy? I feel like, or even we could give her like a hood and she's got hair coming out. Okay, I think I do like that. And then I'm going to draw on top of it because I think I have more time than I probably do. I'm under the illusion because I know I have 7 minutes, but alright, so I'm just going to give like kind of a, I don't think we have enough time to really think about too much of a face. And then I kind of want the hood to come down and around like this, and then we can have her ears popping out because of course she's an elf. And her hair comes down. Maybe she's got like a necklace that comes down and is meadowy somehow. I'll think about what to put on it if I have time. And then, let's see, I do kind of want the puff sleeves a little bit. I just think that that's fun and maybe we'll tie into like the meadow kind of a feel, kind of breezy and just fun in that way. And then I think I do want this to be, well, no, I was going to make it a corset, but I think I'm actually going to just make it part of the dress. Her hair and her dress, I think. And then she's got the hood underneath and the necklace that comes down. And we got flowers and vegetation and all that fun stuff. And I think I want to give her sandals again. I mean, maybe I'm just coming off of the magical girl because I gave her sandals too. I think her sleeves have like come down into a point, and then it would be her, this would be her hand. And she's holding the staff, so there's her thumb. I don't have time to think about how that works. And then I wonder if the staff is kind of like mossy and has like stuff growing on it. Okay, now colors. So obviously this is gonna be pretty green, maybe a lighter green, and maybe it fades into a yellow for the sleeves. And her hood is like a darker color, kind of mossy. And we just gotta pick stuff. Her hair, her, and her staff. And then we've got the moss on it in the back of her dress that we didn't fill in because it comes down the side and on the back. And let's get some flowers in the meadow really fast. Am I on a layer underneath? I didn't mean to be. So we got some blue, need some yellow flowers, some pink flowers, and I finished under time. I think I was going a little fast. Maybe we take the line art and fill it and make it just look a little bit more green. To kind of fit with our vibe, we can come up with something on her necklace too. I would just say like a flower. Maybe it's like a chain of flowers. And put a little highlight here. That was really fast. And I could have slowed down a little bit because it looks like our timer just went off. All right, and the next one, a cloud mermaid. I got a sorcerer again, so I hit redo. And so this time we got a cloud mermaid because I didn't want to do another sorcerer because we want it to be a little bit different. So we got a cloud mermaid and an hour on the timer. So I think with mermaids it's easier to do them landscape because they're tails. But anyway, let's start the timer. Actually, let me get my brush back and then start the timer. And we can do a cloud mermaid. Is she like resting in the clouds or is she like swimming in the clouds? And then maybe she's got like cloud hair herself. Yeah, I think I like the idea of her like swimming in the clouds, but she also has cloud hair. Just kind of makes her feel like she belongs there a little bit more. Let's see if we can clean this up to make a little bit more sense, because I think that this arm is off, even just in this quick sketch. Well, and maybe I change the arm a little and have, might be much too long. I think I'm actually gonna have her hand come up here like that. I think that would make more sense. Probably. And then this arm is, I'm gonna have to look at my own arm for a second, see if it turns like that. Then this is the inside of the arm. Elbow. Yeah. Okay. And we'll fix this hand. As long as we get like the general shape in, we can figure it out later. I keep thinking that her head needs to be bigger. Probably not though. But that's just how I feel right now. I'm gonna have to shrink it later. Got her mermaid ears, tail, and then her fluffy mermaid hair. Cloud hair. Did I say mermaid hair? I meant cloud hair, but I mean it's also mermaid hair, so I'm also gonna put like a cloud down here just so that it's clear that she's in the sky. In which case we should also maybe change the background to like a soft blue. Or maybe a lighter blue, yeah. Okay, and then I am gonna get out, I think, the shell brush and see if I can't do some line art. And the other eye, I kind of want to give her a little dimple on her chin. I just think that would be kind of cute. Maybe some other, like regular dimples too on her cheeks. So I'm thinking about it and I'm actually wondering if we try and give her a fun outfit because we still have 40 minutes left. And granted, I still have to color it. And I haven't even picked colors yet, but I kind of want to go back and see if I can't think of maybe a frilly outfit because she feels kind of important. You know what I mean? I feel like I want to give her some kind of mermaid dress attire. I'm gonna have to really brainstorm, I think, to think of what I would do for that. I wonder, I kind of want to put maybe some bands on her arms and some pearls. I feel like pearls are just great mermaid jewelry. And some pearls here as well. Maybe they come out. And maybe she has like a pearls on her tail too. Okay, I think I like that. I think I like what I've done here, and I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna take these pearls though, and I think I'm gonna put them down just a little bit more. And I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Okay, back to the line art. And I should probably figure out this hand before I do too much of the outfit. So we've got, or even if I change it a little bit. Have her hand coming out this way. Yeah, okay, I like that better. I have to do hands, draw over hands a few times to get them exactly how I want. So here we go. And now we can go back and erase the shirt where our hand is. I should have done the hand before I started thinking about the shirt maybe, but there we go. All right, and these pearls in the skirt with the pearls on the bottom. And I kind of want to give her like a ruffly bottom of her tail here, like that. I don't know, I just think that would be kind of cute and play in with like the cloud kind of aspect. And let's do this arm now. Gold band, or whatever color I decide to do it later. If we can figure out this hand. So I kind of want the pointer finger to be kind of up, like grazing the clouds just a little, and then the rest of our fingers are just kind of relaxed. Let me try that again. So we've got this finger, and as quite frequently happens, I always draw the hands a little too big, so I'm just going to shrink it a little. And our clouds, and of course our scales. Just a few to add the texture. And I do want to add some up here, kind of alluding to the fact that she's got a few scales even just in her skin, on her skin, I guess. Alright, so we have about 20 minutes left to do some coloring. There's some things that I would like to clean up, but I want to make sure we can actually get this all colored. So let's pick out a few color options. I feel like we have to have some blue in here, because blue is so watery and mermaidy and also very like sky and clouds. But there's also the whole sunset thing, so I think that we should go with variations of blue, like this more greenish watery blue, aqua blue, maybe some more sky blues, some very soft purples, and then some gentle oranges and pinks. I don't know, that's kind of what I'm thinking. How to apply them, I'm unsure. Let's see, because if we do like pale blue for her skin to kind of meld with the clouds, and then her tail can kind of lead from that pale blue into more of a soft purple, or even go the other way and go into an aqua. So it could go either. I kind of like the aqua. And maybe her fins are like a pale purple or a pale yellow. Let's try purple and see how that goes. And then the clouds, we can kind of use more of the warm colors, the sunsetty colors. So I'm just gonna lay down like a white, and then we're gonna color over it. And just have some sunsetty clouds, some pinks. And hopefully it would translate more into clouds when I can actually spend time making it have cloud shading instead of just trying to think of what we're doing. I mean, for now, maybe we even just blur it. So that's one option, is to go like sunset hair. I think the other option would be to do sunset her and then more blue and white cloud hair, or even just getting rid of the sunset altogether and just doing blue cloud, which is also an option. And I actually, now that I've made those white again, I'm kind of thinking about that. It might be kind of cool if she herself is kind of more stormy. So let me take a blue and kind of deepen the blue and do this way to give the contrast between her hair and her, if we're gonna do white clouds, which I kind of like. Then we can add some more of this dark blue into her tail to kind of help it look a little bit more blending in with her skin. And then her clothes, I might do just white, because I feel like that would look kind of in the sky, in the clouds. And maybe gold to contrast with everything, like her band here. I think I meant to put one over here too. Maybe on like the edge of her clothes. Maybe even some designs. So that would be the gold option. And then this would be the silver option if I just take that and kind of desaturate it a little bit. And I think, I don't know, I kind of like the gold option, but we could even make it a little bit less saturated of a gold. Something like that, almost more bronze. And her eyes, we could either match and do gold eyes, or we could do like white eyes. And I think I might do the gold eyes, maybe. Okay, so we've got 10 minutes left to do the coloring, so I'm going to hurry and do it as fast as I can. I'm just gonna merge everything we have here. Oops, except where I lost it all. And I'm gonna try and maybe just no, I'm gonna do new. I think I can do it. And we're just gonna select and go. And it's probably not gonna be the cleanest coloring job ever, but it will be a little cleaner than what we just did. Got about 5 minutes left. Grab this soft gold color and add some of it to our design. Let's see, 3 minutes. Let's try and get some of our face colored in. And let's see. Her tail, which I'm going to start with this mid-blue color, medium blue. And I'm going to use the blending brush to blend it in. Oh, this dark blue is pretty. And this greenish blue. And also just kind of highlight some areas with this blue to kind of make the skin come alive a little bit. Just a little variation. I find it helps a lot when you've got like skin colors that are not completely normal. Just that little bit of variation helps it kind of feel a little bit more alive. And let's put some variation in the clouds, because I feel like that's kind of important, is the clouds. So just a little, and maybe in her clothes for the last little second. And then of course, very last, I'm going to add a little highlight. Oops. Well, let's see if I can, in just the last few seconds, add some more like spots on her tail. So there's our timer. I'm just gonna close that because we don't really need it anymore. And I will probably change this a little, or maybe not, I don't know, just to make it look a little bit more sky-like. And this is our, was it Cloud Mermaid? Cloud Mermaid, yeah. I kept trying to think it was Sky Mermaid, but it's Cloud Mermaid. I think if I were to adjust this a little bit more, I would probably put some more sparkles in here. I just feel like everything looks good with sparkles. But anyway, maybe a little shimmery variations. So here are all three of them together. I really had that pose stuck in my head still when the sorcerer came up, because it's like this, she even has her like staff in the same hand. So I had that in my head directly, going from the 1 minute to the 10 minute, and then for the 60 minute, the mermaid, that was, that had to be a different pose because it was a mermaid. So luckily we don't have three of the same pose, but granted for this, it's mostly about the character design rather than the pose, because we were doing it that fast and I didn't have a reference. I was just thinking about what clothes she would wear. Anyway, I thought that was kind of fun. I really want to go back and actually refine our meadow sorcerer, because I kind of love the idea of her dress being the meadow. I just think that'd be cute. And also, I can't recall the last time I drew a character with a hood. That was a fun, sudden thought I had to put a hood on her. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this fun video, and it's a fun thing to do if you have like character prompts written out, and you can even like write them on a piece of paper and throw them into a hat and like pick out different things. So you can get like if you pull it like bubble and then you pull it fairy, and so you draw a bubble fairy, or you know, it's fun to just have the mixes of different kinds of things that maybe you don't think of on the fly. And I think it's really fun if you feel like stuck, like you don't know what to draw, because then you can be like, oh, okay, so I know, you know, if bubble fairy being the example, okay, well, I know what bubbles look like. I can try and incorporate that into a fairy design, and then it kind of just helps get your brain going. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you next week.